Straw Hat's shirt? I didn't even notice that. All right.
Okay, this is script.
He's all the way. This is great.
We didn't get our script.
Somebody cheated. Put this on. You know, made a little bit of a seating arrangement.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm here for it. I'm absolutely happy to see ApolloKage versus Tornado back on the screen.
Yeah, I would have liked a copy of the script before we got on for the first block here, but nonetheless, we got Tornado X versus ApolloKage. We have King Dedede versus Snake, a matchup that I think might surprise you on how Dedede is able to contend with Snake. We'll see how it goes here.
Yeah, and Dedede has like this. All right, let's see. So it looks like when he grabs a grenade with the inhale, he sort of like swallows it a little bit.
When it's on the ground, but I think when you throw it at Dedede,
yeah,
it'll send
he'll
it
spin
back.
it back. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
And Gordo, it's just, I think, maybe I'm misremembering, but I do think Dedede is not necessarily the worst. I've seen some SoCal players take games off of AC Snake with King Dedede, so it's like definitely doable.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly something that there is play in the match. It's not just like a wash.
Yeah.
But right now, it seems like
I mean, the damage is relatively even.
Yeah, very back and forth. And good tech away. A lot of times people will tech in there, and ApolloKage obviously reading that. Definitely a sort of a set play option is that Snake down throw. You sort of see what options your opponent goes for in what situations, and you try to capitalize on them later in the set. First one not hitting, but that's totally okay.
A lot of down tilts here on the ground to ground interactions from Tornado, who's going for that down tilt in an attempt to break through or just put a hitbox through the grenades. But sometimes you get hit by one grenade and lose your stock versus ApolloKage. The 1-2 grenades into the back air does confirm, but that's some nice shield pressure with that down tilt. We'll see if we can find a landing as AK here, who air dodges to the ledge and catches the bomb as Tornado and gets punished in a big way.
Yeah, really good setup for that recovery. ApolloKage utilizing all of his resources and throwing out the grenade all the way up in the air, protecting his recovery, getting some percent, and turning the situation around. Now, AK is in a huge lead. But I mean, Tornado, it seems like he's got a lot going on, but it's a matter of finding the stock at this point.
Yeah, I think this might be the spot where King Dedede will struggle versus Snake is finding that KO, because you have to just kind of rely on these really up here and slow-moving options. I said that, and I just realized, like, oh, this is going to KO for sure.
I just thought, I was like, is AK just going to get hit by all of that?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, I didn't lie. This matchup isn't that bad. No, I mean, Tornado playing it very well and evening up the stock there, but AK immediately landing with an up tilt, and it's 2 stocks to 1 now.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a stock, a seed differential here as well. So even though the matchup might be like pretty reasonable, AK's still he's got that top player diff.
Yeah, and I'm just PJ. Maybe it's not reasonable, and I just misremembered. I could be completely wrong, but nonetheless, I think we're seeing some stuff from Tornado that is pretty impressive in terms of keeping up. But of course, you're down 2 stocks to 1 there, and the C4 will find a connection and a KO. I feel like the game kind of slipped away when Tornado was unable to find a stock in that first stock, but I feel like
that's like the Snake game plan.
Yeah,
right. It's like trade with them, go even with them. Oh, they found a stock. You're at 120. Eventually, you'll get a hit, right?
No.
Wrong.
Wrong. Oh, you're gonna hit me. You're gonna get hit by a grenade, and then another one, and then a back air, and that's gonna do 45.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna lose because you just out tempo at that point. And I think that's something that AK will bring to the table, is the ability to really slow down the neutral and really impose his will onto the match, but also like just turn on that predator instinct, the killer instinct of just like, I'm gonna find damage here. I'm gonna get those big grenade confirms, and I think that's really, really important for AK, especially versus Dedede, a character that can do a lot of damage themselves very quickly.
Yeah, and I think Snake is very much a character that forces you to like take the game to them.
Yeah.
Right? Like Snake has not complete autopilot, but has like a base game plan that is very tough to crack unless you're super experienced in the match. Just like the ability of getting through the grenades, of weaving through the projectiles, and the threat ranges that he has with the dash attack and up tilt, as well as he has a lot of really good moves that make it very hard to approach him and very hard to contest him. So I think that just this default option for Snake is going to deter a lot of players. It's going to make it very hard for them to get through. And right now it's been showing off how difficult it is just to find even the small openings. Because right now, ApolloKage running away with this game so effectively.
Okay, the Gordo comes in and gets hit by the grenade hitbox there, and this is looking very rough. I think AK really finding a kind of a handle on what Tornado's counterplay is in this matchup. It's not been working out so far.
Did you see that Gordo just go flying 10 million miles an hour?
And the entire time that it's taking to fly away, you can't pull another Gordo as Tornado. So that's one of those things too where it becomes very difficult, and that's a 0 to KO.
Yeah, a little bit of a long one, but still just completely untouched. It's relatively difficult, I feel like, for Snake to not get hit by one of his own grenades every now and then, but AK showing off exactly how to get that done. Trying to read a jump there, gets a little bit more damage, but already these grenades are just providing a wall that even these Gordos can't break through.
Yeah. Oh,
and
so much
my God!
Into your own Gordo that just did like 50. That was ridiculous.
Double Gordo and double explosion. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. Also got hit by a Snake back air there, which won't help their cause very much either. And another inhale attempt on a grenade toss read, but didn't find it. The up tilt comes in 138%.
My man just ran all the way across the stage and up tilted. He just didn't stop for nobody. And oh, once again, not knowing where the C4 is. That's such a tough situation when you have to pay attention to so many things, and the C4 can just really mess everything up. And oh my God, just I don't know what AK was cooking there, but I wanted to see it. I feel like he was going for something extra crazy.
Whenever you see a Snake hit a jab one and then dash away, you're like, okay, they have a read here, because obviously you don't want to just give away free damage, but sometimes it works out. Okay, doesn't get caught with that same trap from the game one with that up B, but AK in a very solid spot to get a 3 stock is what I meant to say.
Yeah, it's looking really good for AK. Just a matter of time before he finds one more opening to take the game. Throws that C4 on the ground, exploding it instantly, just trying to find one more, but the down smash, good enough. Not a lot of invincibility there, because it looked like he had just got off the ledge and then instantly re-grabbed.
Yeah.
Down smash, easy way to get the job done, and Tornado X in a tough spot.
Yeah, I think AK really just got the down note there. I think what we saw from Tornado was kind of forcing these really weird scrap situations versus Snake. Just not thinking about like, okay, I'm not worried about getting hit by grenades very much. I'm just going to go in and do as much damage as possible. And I think that last game, AK was like, all right, if that's going to be the game plan, I'm going to set up even more grenades. I'm going to make it so that every time you try to hit me, it's going to be a lot worse for you. And it actually just ended up being like the big difference maker. And I think that's something that as Tornado X has to bring into this next game, is like realizing that AK now has that counterplay versus your play style, just get through. Now you have to mix it up.
Yeah, AK and Tornado going into this third game. I hope we see a little bit of a different, counterplay style for Tornado going to a different stage. I do think this is a good choice. The platform setup for on small battlefield is so disastrous if you're just trying to like get in on Snake, because the C4 just covers so much.
Yeah, and you have really big platforms, which makes it hard to take an aerial approach versus AK, who's willing to sit in the corner behind a massive platform. He has to do a lot more flat land maybe to get in, and I think we're seeing a lot more of Tornado X at least getting some damage trades here, but the down tilt is going to swat the Gordo away, and a grenade does blow up DDD for it, but the damage, not as bad as game number one, of course.
Yeah, I mean, DDD is certainly a character that can play at these high percentages, make sure that he doesn't get hit with any of the killing blows, but AK has been very astute at finding the correct options, and oh no, going for that up air, try to swat the grenade away, but ends up just exploding it. And now in the corner at 163. I mean, you can take damage, but versus Snake, eventually he's going to find one of those killing blows. Careful for that C4 in the center stage. Goes for that up air once again. Grenade attracted to this hammer.
You get the landing back air there from AK to close out that stock, but Tornado X with 78% on AK, definitely not impossible. I think AK playing a very consistent game plan here. I haven't been talking much about it because I think this is exactly the game plan that ApolloKage will impose, is this grenade play where you put one center stage, one on the platform, you sit underneath the platform and just make your opponent take all this damage. As I explained that, he's hit 5 grenades.
Yeah, I mean, he really likes that setup where he drops one grenade on the platform, cooks another one, drops it, throws it, and then grabs the other one on the platform and throws it, and they combo into each other. So he just cooks them the perfect amount of times. And he has the C4 on there in case you are foolish enough to run up. Not that Tornado X is doing anything wrong. There's not a lot right you can do in these situations. There's already just so much damage coming out from these stairs and grenades. Finally, the Gordo catches the landing, but let's see how Tornado tries to get this stock. Still just set up right into that double explosion. Another one, 89%. ApolloKage is really cooking these grenades, really setting up for this game, but finally, the first stock of the game goes to Tornado.
Good to see at least one stock taken from Tornado, who is now, this is maybe one of those situations where the lead might be unsurmountable, but you never know with King Dedede, with the amount of strength and damage output you have. Going for a big forward smash right there. He's going to get punished by that forward tilt, and a nice little reflect on the Nikita, and okay, that's C4. You're re-grabbing here. This is really bad. Down smash is coming in, but you go for the up B to go over the ledge, but it doesn't matter because you roll after, and AK covers it with an up tilt. That's a 3-0 for AK, but some great showing from Tornado X and some cool straw hat friendliness there.
Yeah, I love the fact that they were both straw hatted up. That's really cool to see.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I mean that's what the straw hats are about, right? Camaraderie.
Yeah. Camaraderie. Yeah. Cool to see AK though make an appearance here early in pools, as we are in wave 1 of pools. So make sure to follow along. Exclamation point bracket if you want to check what's going on. There's a lot of great players in just this first round. I believe there's 3 rounds of pools, 3 or 4.
There's 4 rounds of pools.
So that's 32 pools.
32 pools.
32 pools in total, split between 4 rounds of it. Shout out to the TOs that are making this possible in production for having to put on quite a bit of a show. There's a lot of matches that they're looking to catch, and I think, you know, there's just a lot going on here for Dedede.
Yeah, an incredible day to be here, an incredible day for Smash, and what better place than S Factor? You know, number 11, just been running this every year, and every year it gets more exciting, more players, more sponsors, and more Dio.
They told me your shoes have buckles. How many?
I believe it's either 1, 2, 3, or 4. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Dio. Thank you.
You know how hard it was for me to not say 1, 2, buckle my shoe every time Sora hit Nair 1, Nair 2 up smash? You know how good I've been? No one knows. No one knows, but I tried very hard here to keep it together. But Dio, a legend, will be commentating S Factor along to this weekend.
Yeah, Dio will be on top 8.
Well, Dio will be?
Dio will be on top 8.
That's
so
fine.
you might see some more,
To see the
crazy
replay.
stuff. But I do believe we're going to see a replay right now of the game. Lots of crazy options from AK. I love how many different setups he has, because it feels like every single time you're like, oh, I know how Stake works. I know what his setups are going to be. He'll pull out another one, and he'll pull out something even crazier. Sometimes it's just, as simple as a defensive option there, and other times he's like, all right, I'm just going to run behind you real quick and roll. You're dead. Nice job there for AK. Really, just a clinical efficiency, showing off how good Snake is in a lot of ways, but also I feel like how consistent he is in the pools. I feel like Snake is just a really good character to not just like easily autopilot your way through pools, but he doesn't take, I feel like, as much thought. Like you have like your main basic game plan, and then once somebody beats that, then you have to start worrying about like, okay, what am I going to do to deal with their counterplay?
Yeah.
But your basic game plan is so solid that it'll usually like set you up for success.
Yeah, exactly. It's really funny to think about, and there's a great book on competitor mentality called The Inner Game of Tennis, and it's like the first and second self. I'm going to do this because it's an ultimate stream. I know